The self-propelled anti-tank gun is a weapon that combines firepower and mobility, and has proven to be a highly effective equipment during World War II. Similarly, airborne troops, which also emerged during World War II, are considered a new type of force that can take the enemy by surprise. However, due to the limited cargo capacity of transport aircraft, airborne troops were unable to obtain auxiliary equipment such as self-propelled anti-tank guns for a long time. In order to meet the firepower needs of airborne troops, the Soviet Union developed a self-propelled anti-tank gun with its own power in the 1940s. In the late 1940s, the Soviet Union made achievements in the construction of its airborne troops, and there were breakthroughs in helicopter technology. However, the carrying capacity of helicopters was still limited, and it was impossible to directly transport or hoist heavy weapons and equipment. For this reason, Soviet designers designed a self-propelled anti-tank gun to provide basic mobile anti-tank firepower for airborne troops. The gun is based on the famous SD-57 anti-tank gun, with the gun itself remaining unchanged. A small internal combustion engine was installed on the right rear side of the gun shield, and its power was transmitted to the gun carriage wheels through a transmission and variable speed structure to provide power for the gun's mobility. On the right gun carriage of the open gun carriage, the designers installed a simple seat. A motorcycle-style steering wheel was installed near the gun mount, and the wheel could be folded up to expose the gun mount for combat. The driver could shift gears or accelerate and decelerate by using a simple steering wheel and pedals underfoot. In order to simplify the gun structure, the fuel tank of the gun was placed inside the left gun carriage, and fuel was added through a funnel. This way, the sturdy gun carriage could also provide some protection, and at least small arms could not reliably penetrate the gun carriage. The exhaust system was arranged on the other side of the gun shield, and the exhaust pipe passed through the gun shield and was discharged downward through a filtering device. This design helped to avoid accidental burns to the gun crew from the hot exhaust pipe during combat, and the exhaust emitted during travel would not directly affect the crew. When marching, the gun carriage was closed, and the steering wheel was lowered. The gun was fired by quickly pressing a lever in front of the gun shield, similar to starting a motorcycle with a foot pedal. The closed gun carriage could also carry 2 or 3 boxes of ammunition and accommodate 2 or 3 gunners, which would stabilize the center of gravity and prevent the gun from flipping over when climbing, with a maximum travel speed of nearly 40 km per hour. In this way, a 3-wheeled self-propelled anti-tank gun was completed. Although it was not handsome, it was very practical, weighing only about 1.3 tons and suitable for transport by medium-sized helicopters such as the Mi-4. Although the armor-piercing capability of the SD-57 was good, the caliber was still too small. In the 1950s, designers developed a similar self-propelled anti-tank gun based on the D-44 85mm howitzer. The basic structure of the gun was the same as the SD-57, but the gun wheels were replaced with wheels from a gas car. Due to the increased weight of the new gun, the maximum travel speed was only 25 km per hour. The new SD-44 entered service in 1954, with a total of 697 units produced. In addition to being equipped by Soviet airborne troops, some were also sold to a few Eastern European countries. Although this type of self-propelled gun had a simple structure, it was a distinctive and practical weapon at that time, providing valuable mobility for airborne troops and could also be used by conventional forces for position transfers, allowing artillerymen to ride the gun. The cleverness of the Soviet designers is admirable. After that, the Soviet Union also developed a similar SD-13 125mm self-propelled anti-tank gun, which also served in the Russian airborne troops, while the SD-57-44 had been retired for many years. Currently, this structure of providing simple auxiliary power to artillery has been accepted by various countries, and many conventional artillery pieces are equipped with this power, allowing for simple short-distance mobility and unexpectedly igniting new ideas in artillery development.